Hey guys, as a Monster Hunter player, I've had many different phases in my mentality, starting from when I was an absolute noob and had no idea what I was doing, up to this point, where I still have no idea what I'm doing, but I occasionally hit the monster for some pretty numbers. I want to make this video to talk about what I think are the 5 levels of sweat that all players will eventually encounter once they have played the game enough. Keep in mind that there is some overlap in between different phases, so you may find that some of your thought processes align with one category, while other parts of your thought processes with the next. Without any further stalling, let's dive right into the very first category. The Rookie. The Rookie is, with lack of a better term to describe it, a noob. When watching these players play, you're in awe at their impeccable luck and decision making, as their ability to choose some of the most questionable plays and somehow get away with it is second to none. Other times, you'll see the Rookie fall over to the most random attacks possible. Don't get me wrong, this is one of my favorite parts about starting a new game, where everything I do feels novel and I can learn everything at my own pace. Without having taken the time to look at additional resources, Rookies are fumbling around exploring their environment, and all in all, just figuring out if they want to devote the next 100 hours of their life into finishing the game, or just refund the purchase on Steam. When these players go into hunts, you will notice that they don't really use buff items because they either lack the resources or don't understand the importance of the items. Instead, they'll liberally chug down mega potions because they get hit more often than a heavy bag at a UFC gym. After playing the game enough, players will eventually realize that they do not know enough about the game. At this point, players will begin to start experimenting with their build, supplementing the Rookie playstyle with knowledge readily available on the internet. At this level of sweat, they are known as the casuals. Casual level sweats probably make up the majority of the player base, as everyone is just there to have a good time, and the majority of the playstyles and builds is enough to get through all the content in the game with enough practice. Whether they are doing the best play or not, that is not their concern. The best play is what gets the fight done, comfortably and reliably. At this level, players will have some access to items, and you can see them popping mega demon drugs and armor skins before going into a hunt. Since they still tend to get hit often, you'll occasionally see a mega potion, or even a max potion when they are running dangerously low. You'll see casual sweats everywhere, from high rank SOS all the way up to your favorite YouTuber. After seeing enough videos, players will have received enough knowledge to eventually know good from bad, and then move on to the next level of sweat, the meta slaves. These players are versed in the fights, and know how to make adjustments and optimizations to clear faster and quicker. Because they are starting to optimize their clear times and runs, they will begin to drop defenses in favor of more and more damage, setting aside their mega armor skins in favor of might pills and demon powders. I mean, if you're not planning to get hit, there's no need to get additional defenses, right? At this level, you'll begin to notice that certain playstyles and behaviors will slow down the fight, and you would actively avoid them. Would it matter that you occasionally need to reset? Not really. It's better to waste that extra minute on the reset than to waste the extra 5 on the hunt. On occasion, you will also find these players with an inflated ego, finding comfort in the comparatively higher knowledge to bring down the community, usually through talking shit about how specific players in the hunt are bad, or to remind everyone around them that they do more damage than the average player. How do you know if you're a meta hunter? Well, there's actually a very easy way to tell. If you see a casual player and you have a face like Tanjiro looking at Zenitsu, you're probably in this stage of sweat. The next stage of sweat is known as the copium tryhards. This level of sweat is mostly filled by the better players in the community. Everything you see at this level is either an optimization or a potential to be one. Resets are a part of the life of a copium tryhard, whether the run finishes or not, as you're going to be spending more time trying to get that perfect run in order to upload onto YouTube than you likely do sleeping. When you play, you likely have a vein slowly popping up in your forehead. At this level, you would spend a good part of your day testing out new and better strategies to complete a hunt, and any unnecessary actions are trimmed and removed. At this stage, you will likely not even drink a mega demon drug before the start of the fight. Might powder is much more time efficient anyways. Sweat levels at this point will find themselves exasperated, but tends to keep thoughts about players that are not as good as they are to themselves. Rather, they would prefer to observe newer players and less skilled players with a slight tinge of nostalgia, reflecting on times when they weren't so caught up in shaving 2 seconds off the current world record. For the most part, these players find good comfort learning and teaching players in a similar skill level, and are less egotistical than new players are led to believe. So now, we have reached the final level of sweat. You may be wondering, We already covered what speedrunners are like, so what could possibly be sweatier than that? Well, it's obviously your mom. Just kidding. I call these players the astronauts. At this level, everything comes full circle, and they can even seem like a rookie. These people elicit awe from other players with their alien setups and timings. But unlike the rookie, these movements are often calculated, or the result of countless hours of attempts, failures, and refinement. These players do not just follow the speedrunning meta, but they rather define it, putting hours into developing new punishes and mind-boggling tricks, all for the benefit of other Monster Hunter players to enjoy. If you know someone who has pioneered feats bordering the psychotic, such as deciding that using a weapon to kill Fatalis is too normal of an accomplishment, or has stayed up for 4 consecutive days in order to simulate sleep deprivation for a fight, then you're likely in the presence of an astronaut-level sweat. And that covers the 5 levels of sweat that players will eventually experience, either through a chance encounter, or you have become one of them. So, sate my curiosity. What is your level of sweat? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop by my Twitch channel and learn how to level up your sweat every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 8 PM PST. Results not guaranteed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon with another coaching video.